Next, we have Sachi Badola, who is a freshman. Her, as well as many others, have struggled with having a positive mindset, and she wants to emphasize how people should have a growth mindset in the future and how it can affect their lives. So, please welcome Sachi Badola.
What does the word fail mean to you? To me, fail meant sitting in my math classroom, struggling on a math test, and not getting the grade that I wanted. To me, fail meant auditioning for a school play and not getting the part that I wanted. To me, fail meant trying out for the basketball team and not making the cut. At least, that's what I thought. Here's what I think now. To fail is actually your first attempt in learning. To fail is actually just your first try at something, your first step in the ladder of success. Success is like an iceberg. What you see is a very small fraction of all the obstacles that are underneath it. These obstacles include disappointment, failure, perseverance, hard work, dedication, and all of these things that occur to be successful. And many people, it's unfortunate that they don't see that. They only see the success part of it. Some people that you may know for their successes, but maybe not the obstacles that they went through, include Steve Jobs, was the CEO of Apple. But did you know that he was a college dropout and fired from his own company? Oprah Winfrey, host of the Oprah Winfrey Show and one of the most influential and rich women in the world. But did you know that she was born in childhood poverty? Albert Einstein developed the theory of relativity and won a Nobel Prize. But did you know that he didn't even speak until the age of 4 and was labeled mentally handicapped by his teachers? My personal favorite success story is the one of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln went through a series of disappointments and failures in his lifetime before he was successful. He lost his job. He failed in business. His girlfriend died. He was defeated for Congress. He was defeated for vice president. And finally, in 1860, he was elected the President of the United States. And in my personal opinion, one of the best presidents we have ever had. So what exactly do all of these successful people have in common? A growth mindset. What exactly is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is a concept developed by Stanford professor Carol Dweck, and it is the underlying belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed. So when someone believes that they can get better at something, it will change the entire outcome. Whereas in a fixed mindset, people believe that abilities and intelligence are fixed. So if you aren't good at something the first try or you're not naturally good at it, you'll never get better. So some big differences between a growth versus a fixed mindset include that in a growth mindset, people analyze their mistakes, they accept challenges, they have the ability to learn new things, and they are inspired by other people's successes. So if someone is more successful than you in something, instead of saying, oh, I'm a failure, they're perfect, I'll never be as good as them, no. You look at their success as a way to inspire yourself and get better at whatever it is that you want to. Whereas a fixed mindset, unchangeable aptitude. You avoid challenges and you avoid failure because the second you don't get something the way that you want to, you give up very easily. So how does this apply to me? As a high school student, I know that in my lifetime, I'm going to go through many failures, and I'm not always going to be successful when I want to. In all the extracurricular activities I do, including theater and a cappella, it is very easy to get discouraged and disappointed when things don't go the way you want. And in the harder classes that I hope to take in the future, I know that I'm not always going to get perfect scores, and it's going to be hard because life isn't perfect. So I think that by having a growth mindset, I will be more successful and things will go more the way I want to. A way that I have incorporated a growth mindset into my life this year is with my all-female a cappella group, the Crescendos. This year earlier, we had a competition, and we had worked really hard for it. We had worked on all our music, we had worked on all our choreography, we had long rehearsals, and we put a lot of time and effort into our performance. Performance came around, and we didn't place. After this, we were so disappointed in ourselves, and we said, we put so much effort and energy into this, and things didn't go the way we wanted. So we were just kind of stuck in that fixed mindset, and we felt really down on ourselves. And then our choir director told us, instead of dwelling on your past mistakes, how can you grow for the next competition? So we decided to take that opportunity to have a growth mindset. What we did instead is we looked back at our performance, said, where can we improve? Where were our flaws? Looked at the judges' feedback, saw how we could improve, had extra long rehearsals, and we really revised our choreography and our music, and the next competition came around, and we moved on to the semifinals and had a successful outcome. So instead of fail, how can you sail? Have a successful attempt in learning. First off, it is very important to know that hard work always beats talent. When you think, I'm not naturally good at something, so I'll never get there, you're giving up before you try. Always remember that hard work is what will make you talented at something. Next, value the process rather than the end goal. Going back to my a cappella group example, even if we didn't place in the competition, the second one that we were successful in, we learned so much just in the process of growing from the first to the second. We became better musicians and learned how to get back up on your feet after a failure. Next, keep making new goals. Achieved what you want to, were you successful? That's great. Keep making new goals, keep growing, keep trying, and keep motivating yourself. And finally, remember, we were not able to walk, talk, or drive, but look where we are now. By saying words and phrases like, I'm not yet able to solve quadratic equations, but I'm going to go in for extra help, and I will be able to ace my next algebra test. By saying words and phrases like, I'm not yet able to make the basketball team, but over the summer I'm going to talk to my coach, see how I can improve, and next year, I can be captain. By saying words like phrases like, I can and I will, you're really helping yourself get into that growth mindset. Even if it seems small, it can make a huge difference. So parents and teachers, I urge you to tell your students and children these words and things to really get them out of that fixed mindset and into a growth mindset. I'm going to end off with a great quote. Growth is, of course, the way to be successful. But a big part of growth is accepting your failure, accepting that you've made a mistake, be resilient, get back up on your feet after disappointment, and keep going and keep trying so you can be successful and you can reach your proficiency in whatever it is that you want to. As a society, we always say we want our children to be healthy and happy. I believe that we should also add a growth mindset to that list and instill that in our children, because a growth mindset is the key to success in life. Thank you.
All our speakers up here. Round of applause for